Get ready. Good evening, everybody. Everybody across Texas, across the nation, and the world. This is the Popeye podcast, and tonight is an alert. And you saw the guy here that is waving the red flag, warning you what we got going on. And last night, I was kind of looking around on YouTube, and came across Insane Throttle, and James was talking about Florida and the Florida legislature. Now they've got proposed changes, Florida HB 429, 2026. It's the criteria for determining gang membership. Now, we've been dealing with this crap for years. And here in Texas, they haven't updated their stuff since 2018. But Florida, man, let me tell you, what they're doing is they're taking a page out of Queensland. And if you don't know about the battle in Queensland between the government and the bikers, it was insane. But I think Florida has taken some of these issues and are putting it into their criteria for determining criminal gang membership. And of course, we all know that motorcycle clubs are not gangs. I don't care what club you belong to. You're not a gang. As you see what a gang is in this country. You see it every day. They're trying to get them out of here. There's not a single, let me say this again, because we keep having to say it again and again and again. There is not a single motorcycle club that's banned from existing. Not one. Not one. And somehow, LE can't get over it. So we're going to go through some of this stuff that is going on. And yeah, there are First Amendment concerns. Let me show you right here. Those are constitutionally protected by the First Amendment. There's nothing they can do about it. They've tried to take them away again and again and again. Not going to happen. That's the reason you hear me talking about the Constitution and the threat to it again and again and again for years. It is crazy. And Forrest Stootman on the chat line that says, I thought when I retired I would be done with fighting. 3 months into my retirement, I'm still fighting the government. He says he's in Florida, and this stuff just pisses him off. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And what I've noticed about these proposals, and we're going to go over them in a minute. Once again, they're painting everybody with a broad brush so they can put anybody and everybody into a gang database, is what they're doing. Anybody can be put into a gang database using their criteria. Anybody. I'm telling you, we have had LE like in Garland, and yeah, I'm saying LE, but hey, the algorithms are going to know what that is. They don't like us. That's the reason we can't monetize here on YouTube. The algorithms already have a bias against us because we're motorcyclists. Because we may be a member of a motorcycle club. You cannot get monetized here on YouTube. But we've never made a dime out of them, period, over the 10 years we've been doing this. Because our mission is to protect the Constitution and those who've had their constitutional rights violated. Now, I don't know what's been happening in Florida that make them try to attempt to do this? Just maybe you might try and get out in front of this. Get political. I know bikers don't like that. You can tell that even by our viewership. But this is where we're at. Everybody needs to quit fighting each other and start colluding with each other and taking this head on. There are clubs out there that can raise money and hire people, yeah, to help out, to challenge this. But the main thing you need to do, like we do here in Texas, is go bang on their damn doors. Now, over this week, I'll be studying this more. So, man. Okay, so here's some proposed changes in the Florida HB 429, criteria determining criminal gang membership. The bill expands the definition and lowers the threshold, is what it does. So the major new additions to HB 429, the Florida Bar summary of the bill says HB 429 would add admissions on social media. Now think about that for a minute. You can be anybody and everybody on the social media and even clone somebody else's profile. Yeah. You want to get anybody in trouble? Hey, go do that. It's insane. But I think everybody, bikers are smarter than that. They're not going to go on and admit being a gang member, which they're not, on social media. Next up, gang-related language on social media. Again, this all can be cloned. You can get somebody in serious trouble, or at least get them into the gang database in Florida. Oh, yeah, they exist. They exist. Oh, yeah. So, God. So, next up, participating in recordings promoting gang activity. Now, who the hell goes out there and does that? But it's a trap. It's a trap. Again, it can be cloned. How do I know this? Because they clone websites and Ticketmasters and everything. They clone those things all the time. And matter of fact is, a rogue LE could do it. Just saying, everybody. So you could be identified by this by a spouse. Not just the parent or guardian, your spouse that may be pissed off to no end at you. Or maybe you're getting a divorce or something, and she decides to go rogue. It happens. It happens. I'm saying that. Forrest asked, what is gang-related words? That's a good question. As we go along here, and we're going to dig into this, we're not going to stop. But I suggest that the motorcycle clubs start unifying. We've done it before here in Texas. Now, have we had great success? No. But we have had success in making them aware in the state legislature, so it at least gets a little bit harder to pass stuff like this. And here, after the spouse, you can be observed with gang members only 2 times. Only 2 times. If they see you 2 times around what they call a gang member, you're in trouble. You're in the gang database. Let me say this, everybody. Let me say this. We talk to 1% clubs all the time. All the time. As a news organization and as a political organization that works on bikers' rights, we have to engage the 1% clubs, and that's who they're basically meaning at. They consider them gangs. Like we said, it's not gangs. Sorry, everybody, I got allergies. So this whole thing is just goofy as hell. And last but not least, communications indicating affiliation. In other words, not a crime responsibility. This last point is huge. It's affiliation, speech versus criminal acts. Let me say that again. It's speech versus criminal acts. In other words, you may not have committed a crime, period. But yet they're going to tag you as a criminal and put you in a gang database as if you are a criminal. They've made you a criminal without being a criminal. Kind of what I'm saying. So there's also another bill that comes along behind it to support it. Senate Bill 536. The bills would update the definition of several key ways. Number 1, it adds a new category, gang-related language. Both bills newly define gang-related language as any verbal, listen up, any verbal or written statement that signals gang affiliation, supports gang activity, or uses recognized gang codes, symbols, or terminology, including online or social media. This would expand how someone might be flagged beyond physical acts merely based on speech and symbols. Like I said, constitutionally protected. We're proud of it. We're going to wear it regardless, proudly. Period. And yes, we've had LE confiscate cuts. Unbelievable. You've even had here a few years back a Garland, Texas, LE, stop and harass a slickback. Now, for you people that may not be a biker, it's just a vest with nothing on it. Nothing on it. Yeah. Okay, Forrest, you're in Florida. Okay. No, we do not have a chapter there. They flirted with it. It takes 5 people. We haven't got it yet. We keep hoping. We keep hoping. So, yeah. So, yeah, let me, I'm going to post this for a minute so you can, what you can do here. You might want to screen save this, stop the video, screen save it. Yeah, and I'm here. Right there. Admission of gang membership. Identification as a gang member by a parent, guardian, or spouse. Identification by a reliable informant. Yo, you know they're reliable. Holy smoke. Yeah. Good Lord. Adopts the style of dress. Now, this is really painting a broad brush. What? You're wearing a cut? You got patches? Really? You're going to use that as a criteria? You're out of your goddamn mind. Uses a hand sign associated with a gang. Now, what would that be? I have no clue. I have no clue. The only sign I know is this. And that's universal. Screw you. Used by everybody. Number 6, has a tattoo identified and used by a criminal gang. Again, they're painting people with a broad brush is what they're doing. Number 7, associates with known criminal gang members. I don't know a single gang member, damn it. I know some motorcycle club members. I don't consider them a gang. And yes, we have to engage everybody to find out what's going on and to help with bikers' rights and people who've had their constitutional rights violated. Yeah, and it seems to me you need a Sons of Liberty Riders MC in Florida. In Florida. Think about it, everybody. Number 8, identified by untested informant. Oh, good. I'll say it in a minute. Collaborated by information. I don't know what to, again, it's dumb stuff. 9, identified by physical evidence. Go figure. Number 10, observed in the company of known gang members 2 or more times. Now, right now, it is 4 times, as it is right now today, before this bill. You've authored communications indicating gang affiliation. Who the hell does that? Again, it's a broad brush. Number 12, uses gang-related language on online platforms or social media. Again, what? I don't know what gang language is. Maybe somebody considers me as a gang member. I don't know, but I'm not. We are out there working. I'm sorry for my dog out there barking. She's probably chasing a cat. So this bill also defines gang-related language broadly to include any verbal or written statement that signals gang affiliation. supports gang activity, or uses recognition codes, symbols, or terminology, including online statements. So I may have to go out there and kill that dog. Will you excuse me for a minute? Have that. Hang on. Come on, Daisy. I'm sorry, everybody. This probably won't last. uh, so, let's look at this other deal here. This way you can, like I said, do a screenshot on this. Side-by-side comparison, plain English. Social media, current law, only if confessing to crime. And then HB 49, any admission, language, or promo content. Being seen with members. Current law right now 5 times. They lower it down to 2 times. Identified by family, parent, or guardian right now. Now they've added spouse that can squeal on you. Even though you may not be a gang member. Just pissed off. Speech communication. Only crime responsibility. The 429 is any affiliation message. Recording. There's nothing about recording in the current law. Video, audio, promotion activity counts in HB 429. This has to be challenged. It's what has to happen. Let me tell you. And this raises First Amendment concerns. Some observers and communicators argue that the elements of the bill could be interpreted too broadly, like I said, too broadly, and risk classifying protected expressive activity as indicia of criminal gang membership. For example, number 1, if cuts, patches, or club colors are considered style of dress, this could be used as one of the criterion, even absent criminal conduct. Legal expression through apparel is generally protected as a symbolic speech, and that's the truth of it. That's the truth of it. Next up, gang-related language, speech or symbols on social media, even without criminal intent, could be used as evidence toward meeting a second criterion under the proposed definition. Association. You know, there are political clubs all across this country. Bikers attend. And yes, there could be 1%ers there. So they're going to go out there and take pictures. We've had this happen to us before here in Texas, where they come to a clubhouse, start taking pictures of all the license plates, and boom, you can end up in the gang database. We had some of our guys in a hotel in Euless, Texas. The police, or LE, stopped, took pictures of their license plates. Our guys came out and saw them doing it. They asked them what's going on. They said, well, we just want to know who you were. Well, who you were without probable cause is bullshit. They shouldn't have been doing that at all. Association, being in the company of certain individuals, theoretically could count toward the criteria absent any criminal act. This is crazy. This is too broad. It's too broad. The Florida legislature wants to have their way. I don't know who's behind it, what is. I mean, they got enough already other than making these changes, making it easier for you to slip into a gang database and be targeted as a criminal even though you're not even near it. I've been waiting for the day I get in there in Texas, and all hell is going to break loose. All hell. Won't have it. And we still fight. We are members of the Texas COCI, or the Council of Clubs, Independence, you name it. Motorcycle Rights Foundation, ABEAT, yeah. You got to continue the fight. You got people in databases, and I think we have 6 or 7 of them in Texas. One of them's in Waco, sitting around in their underwear, doing their database thing, putting people into that dang database that don't deserve it, and try getting out of it. Now try getting out of it. Now some have. You may have to hire a lawyer. But we should have, right now, more viewers than we have because of this issue. And I'm going to ask you guys and everybody that comes to view this, because you can still see this podcast on YouTube. I can't promote it. They won't let us. For getting the word out there is up to you. There's not much we can do to push this thing out there other than put it on all our platforms, X, Facebook. So we got work to do. We got work to do. Go to the Motorcycle Profiling Project. Take the survey. Get active. Even if it's just sending a letter to your damn representative, especially in the transportation section, because that's usually who's handling this shit. That's what I'm saying. Hey, everybody, help us push this out there. Thank you guys in the chat line. I would appreciate you so much. We really do. And we'll work, Forrest, we'll work on Florida. How about that? Put the word out there. This is Butch Popeye Moss. Texas Buck Radio News, Sons of Liberty Riders, MC. Have a great evening, everybody. We're going to look into this further. Bet on it. Bet on it. Bye-bye.